People who cannot pass through Tinubu's front gate are supporting him because he is Yoruba. Okukwe, welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The Director General of P2B Presidential Campaign Organization, Doyin Okukwe, has said that he has met with his peers who are Yoruba people to shun ethnicity in the forthcoming presidential election. But the blatantly told him that they will continue to back up Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he is a Yoruba man. Doyin Okukwe made this statement during an interview on Channel Television. During the interview, he explained that the Labour Party was not fully satisfied with the number of people who graced the party's presidential campaign that officially flagged off in Nasarawa some days ago. Doyin Okukwe, who said that he was moved to run for the presidency following the suffering Nigerians are passing through, but later collapsed his ambition to support P2B because he believes he can do better than him, also explained that the ruling All Progressives Congress was the cause of low turnout of people during their campaign in Nasarawa. In his explanation, he said that even on the eve of the campaign, they were still considering whether or not to cut it off because of high security alert. Doyin Okukwe, who rode in a bulletproof car for the first time to the campaign, noted that the ruling All Progressives Congress refused to give them final permit for the landing of the presidential candidate and his running mate's helicopter until on the morning of the campaign day. He added that but for the intervention of some very high loyal people in Lafia, that campaign would not have held because the government refused to give them permit to use the places they had booked for the campaign. He also noted that in Nasarawa, for the past 7 to 8 years, no one has ever heard of environmental sanitation, but on Thursday before the campaign day, the government of the state declared the campaign day Sanitation Day. He also said that the government also declared curfew a night before the campaign until by 10 a.m. on the Saturday, the day for the Labour Party's campaign flag off in the state. According to him, it was impossible for people, especially those who may be coming from faraway distances, to grace the flag off of the party's presidential campaign following the inconveniences brought about the governing party. He added that the people who graced the event were people who they and their support group managed to bring together from Lafia and its environs alone. Doyin Okukwe says such occurrence can still repeat itself in many states of the country, as there are places where they are not allowed to put their signboards currently. Speaking further during the interview, Doyin Okukwe said Nigerians had not attained the stage where sentiment and ethnicity can be shunned from interfering with elections. He noted that he has spoken with his peers who he went to school with, who are giants of industries, who are also Yoruba people, but they always tell him that he is the only one who can do what he is doing currently. But as for them, whether not Bola Ahmed Tinubu is good or bad, they will continue to support him because he is a Yoruba indigene. He added that their support for Tinubu is not based on competence. He added that they are rational people who are intelligent and successful, who cannot even pass through Bola Ahmed Tinubu's front gate, but they support him because he is a fellow Yoruba indigene. He added that ethnicity will play a major role in the forthcoming presidential election, and that is the first time 3 major presidential candidates come from Igbo land, Yoruba land, and Northern Fulani, respectively. He also explained that the Labour Party are currently in talks with SDP, Kwankwaso, NNPP, PRP, and ADC, adding that they believe that before December, they will bring their lands together. While speaking on P2B's manifesto, he said that the manifesto is ready and will officially out very shortly. No wonder. Do you know that this narration from Mr. Doyin Okukwe, the governor, I think the governor of Nasarawa State, came out and he was mocking the crowd that showed up for Nasarawa. Like, I'm not saying why you the mock crowd, we be saying that you make crowd no come outside. Okay, these Yoruba supporting Tinubu are nothing but lazy. I am a fool. Okay, I'm a fool. Okay, are you a fool? Yoruba should leave Tinubu supporting Obi. I don't understand. I don't understand. And the Igbo supporting Obi, Allow people to support whoever they believe in. This is democracy. We see differently. We think differently. And what is backing you is facing someone else. Okay? No, okay. Although I'm not a Yoruba or Igbo tribal, but what I do not like in Yoruba people, they're talking IPOB. They forget that very soon, Oduduwa Republic will soon spring out. Watch it. Look at the Fulanis have taken the federal government to court, saying that she divide Nigeria. But the Yoruba never talk about that because they are afraid of the Fulanis. Okay. My owners, if you see how the governor of Nasarawa came out, and the way he was saying, if you see the turnout of the Labour Party, and I was like, you understand? Now, I can now understand why he was sounding like that. Okay? Do you have to be able to pass through the gate of a leader you believe in before you support him? Your analogy is infantile and shallow. Well, I don't think you understand the angle he's coming from. Okay? Some are clamoring for a better Nigerian free P2B and that Yama presidency. Some people wouldn't mind as long as the son is on the throne with no positive impact on them. This is the tragedy of our country. Yes, it's a tragedy. And what is the guarantee that that is the problem to Nigeria's solution? Everyone is campaigning for his candidate. It is a free word. My dear, my owners, make people open their eyes very well. May they not allow make soap enter their eyes again as they did for water, as they did for river. Alright. I have this Yoruba friend that I love so much. She boldly sang Buhari praises and voted him. I asked her why. She told me that Osibanjo would become president before long, that it was Yoruba decision. I told her that I will not suffer with her. Since 7+ years, life has been pepper for her. She has never stopped begging for help, and I've never stopped frustrating her by not giving. Sometimes, I feel very pained that I can help her but refusing to do so. The truth of the matter is this. If you refuse to vote wisely, if you give your vote to Tinubu, no be me and you go suffer. I am self-employed. I have Igbo and plenty Yoruba on my payroll. Most importantly, live on heavenly budget. My supply will never run dry. Why are you saying this now? This is not okay. This is not right. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah, I don't think you're doing the right thing. To me. Okay. Nigeria do not hate bad leaders. That is the only ones the bad leaders to come from the tribe. I did tell you. But now you get this. Now you even make sense. They don't, because if you watch these people, so far say that the leader is from their side. They don't care. But me, I rather let the leader come from anywhere. So far that leader is coming in and is doing what he's supposed to do as a governor or as a president. That's what it's supposed to be. So far you are coming in, and I've said it before, why we are even coming out to clamor for Igbo candidacy or Yoruba candidacy is because we don't have good leaders. Do you know if we had good leaders, nobody will come out and talk Yoruba never run for president. Why? Because the leaders, then they're okay. And they're doing, and they're practicing the rule of law and equity, fairness, and justice. I so much want in Nigeria. I pray that in no distant time, we have a Nigeria where, no matter who the person is at the helm of affairs, we're going to have the country working perfectly fine. All right, on this note, you've come to the